All right, everyone, good morning. Today we're at a zoo we've never been to here in the Portland area. It's the Oregon Zoo. Decided to go in and check out all the animals. The Oregon Zoo appears to be like one big circle, more or less a one-way path all the way around. It looks like it starts here at the Great Northwest Trail. First animals we got to at the zoo today are their black bears.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, they're very active. You can see 2 smaller ones over here, and then what I'm guessing is Mama or Papa Bear over there. We're familiar with these guys. We see them when we head up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee in the Great Smoky Mountains. I love black bears. They're so cool.
I hope he gets on his little swing.
The black bear has 2 foots on his little swing. I'm going to see if it tries to get all the way on or not.
It's a bear! It's a bear!
Looks like it's laying down. The zoo's home to a pair of snowy owls. I found the one on the bottom more interesting because this is not a pose you normally see an owl in most zoos. Looks like it might be nesting.
He could be, or he's
Enjoying the Oregon Zoo, the setting of it, you're in like a big forest, about to head through like a covered bridge to get to the next section. The area for the bald eagles is really neat. You can see one down there. Still in the bald eagle enclosure, and you can see one all the way up in the trees, which is kind of interesting. A lot of times when you see bald eagles in zoos, they are ones that can't fly, so kind of cool to see ones that can. Another pretty part of the zoo here with some, looks like trout and a waterfall. Pretty cool design here. That Eagle Canyon area, you go down to the bottom and you actually get this different view of the eagles, as well as an aquarium filled with sturgeon. I like the enclosure here for the western pond turtle. You can see them above the water or below the water.
They're very active.
Yeah. One of my favorite animals to see at the zoo, you've got otters over here. These fellows are river otters. There's a pond area full of ducks. Bit of a bummer not getting to see them active, but you can see what appears to be 2 beavers right there in the lodge. 2 beavers that are not hungry. Pretty fun. It looks like they just dropped off an enrichment toy for the mountain lion. And it is chomping away at it. Seems to be very much enjoying. I think it's just like boxes that are inside of like a big paper bag.
What's a bobcat?
I do like that further along you get a different view of the bears. And a bear I believe we did not see last time. That looks like a good spot for a nap.
Very sleepy bear.
I do think this is good guest service by the folks here at the Oregon Zoo, having that sign out, because that could end up in temper tantrums for some little ones if they saw it. Here you can see some of the condors. I'm not going to show the carcass feeding, because it is a little bit on the upsetting side. Very neat sculpture here, made out of all things that have washed ashore. An interesting juxtaposition, like right near the rather disturbing carcass feeding for the condors, is the goats. They've got a couple of guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs. I had guinea pigs growing up. They're really cute little fellows. That one's actually a very large guinea pig. Oh, and there's another one just sticking its head out of its guinea pig house. Also in the barnyard area is a tortoise. There's one YouTube commenter who called me out saying I need to do better of telling which one's a tortoise and which one's a turtle, and it's a goal I have to now get better at that. That's a tortoise. And on the farm is a very, very cute, fluffy bunny rabbit. Pretty fun. Caught feeding time for the polar bear. So you can see the keeper here who's going to be tossing fish up to the polar bear.
Hi buddy, you see the big bear? Okay.
Oh.
This is volunteer Judith, just letting you know that Kathy has arrived and I'm in the bear area. Thanks for great.
All right, here we go. My favorite animal, the penguin, is in here. Before heading into the penguins, we did get a shot of the chimpanzees. I believe they're chimpanzees, and they're all hanging out on top of their platform.
I think there's a third.
And here you can see their penguins. They are warm weather Humboldt penguins, native to, I believe, South America. There's also going to be some flying around birds in here. Those are Inca terns. Looks like they have a lot of penguins. And I think they all have their name tags on their arms, like that is Telltale. And here is that chimpanzee area again. I do like that it has the names of all the chimps. And I think Pericles is a very fun name for a chimpanzee. Also seems like a name somebody would have in the Planet of the Apes. There's another very, very modern enclosure for apes, but I'm not seeing anyone in there. This is genius. I'm actually surprised more zoos don't sell elephant ears, which is a deep fried dough with cinnamon sugar on it. It's really tasty. Another very neat enclosure. These are orangutans and gibbons in here. See two of the gibbons over on the far side. Just relaxing. A bunch of stuff going on over here. Something called the Aviary Cafe. There is an amphitheater where they do shows, a big lawn, and then way over there, an elephant. The elephants have a lot of room at this zoo, so there's a whole bunch of them, lots of room to run around.
There's like 4 different enclosure habitats.
Yeah. I do like that this here is a timed feeder for the elephants. I wonder if he thinks it's almost feeding time. Here's the big old African lion. And a loud interactive. Wandered inside a building and there's a black tree monitor climbing up a tree. I do enjoy the dwarf mongoose. They're adorable looking little guys.
Really adorable.
A really cool crocodile monitor. Probably 4 feet long. Awesome coloring. Very, very active.
He whipped with that tail and made that thing.
Got some ring-tailed lemurs. The cheetahs have tons and tons of room, but they're hanging out right by the guests. Currently inside of the bird aviary. Really neat. The rhino is eating right up near the front of the enclosure. The banta box seem to have a lot of room. Also posing nicely in the sun.
Come on, girls, let's go. You want to see the giraffe? Yes.
The giraffes seem to be hanging out on the edge of the enclosure. Looks like there's other stuff. I think that's a big hornbill down there. Yes, yes it is. Love these fellas here. Those are the African crested porcupines. The zoo looks like they have at least 2 of them, and they're both out wandering around right now. I think these guys are just adorable. So we got zoom in on their little face. Oh. I believe these are red-bellied piranhas, as we just entered a rainforest area. Good news, found the sloth. Bad news, really can't get a good view of it. Just a big ball of fur in the tree. There's a smaller species of flamingos, as well as some spoonbills out.
Come on.
Absolutely beautiful creature here. That is a sailfin lizard from the Philippines. So cool. Very, very dinosaur-like. A little cuddle party there is a spotted neck otter. They have a really neat enclosure for fruit bats.
Really wonder why
A whole bunch of them. Showing off its wingspan. For a couple dollars, you can ride the carousel. Pretty small carousel. The zoo's Amur tiger is taking a cat nap. Like many zoos, for a couple dollars, you can ride the train. There is an insect zoo, and everything I've seen in here, my favorite is these guys. There's 2 different breeds of a walking stick. See one eating right there. And then a larger species is on the ceiling. In the same building as the insect zoo, there is some other exhibits. And look at these tiny turtles. They're so small and adorable. They're like the cutest little things ever. Oh, look at that one move its little legs. It's like slightly bigger than a quarter. They're so cool. I will say, this is one of the cooler zoo trains I've ever seen. Like, it looks like some sort of ancient train. A lot of them feel very theme parky. This looks neat. There is a sleepy red panda.
I know, it's swishy.
There are some seals in a pool. All right, Molly, what time is it?
I think it's beer 30.
Yes, at this over the polar bears and the penguins, there is a beer stand. Draft beer, they do have Rogue on draft, which is pretty good beer. And there we go. That'll do it for our time at the Oregon Zoo. I thought it was a solid zoo. Some things I really like. I really like that first section of the zoo when you came in, of all the animals that are sort of native to the area. I think that was probably my favorite part of the zoo. Although I did also enjoy the polar bear enclosure.
I really like the polar bears and then the rhino. We got so close to the rhino.
Yeah. Molly, do you have a favorite animal at the zoo?
Well, polar bears and rhinos.
For me, I like the little baby turtles. Those were so tiny.
They were so
and
cute.
So adorable. I will say, unfortunately, I don't think I had the best time at the Oregon Zoo. The day we went, there were just a bazillion, I don't know if it was schools or camps or what, but the zoo, it was kind of like
There's
pure.
a lot of school buses out front.
And then the
they
zoo
have
is just pure chaos.
Well, they have a one-way on the map. They kind of point everyone in one direction, so everyone's just following each other.
Oh, we got into some of these buildings, and it was just kids screaming and people everywhere. It was not a fun time. Now, if we went on a Thursday in September, we probably would not have to deal with that at all.
But some of the enclosures, like the elephant enclosure, was
Really
massive.
nice, yeah. We were visiting your family, so we might not have gotten to every animal. Like if we watched some of the other videos, I was trying to be a good uncle.
Yeah.
Instead of a good YouTuber. So if we missed something, that's kind of why. All right, and thank you very much for watching this video. Got any questions about the zoo? Let us know in the comment section below, and thank you very much for watching.